During the Gamescom Opening Night Live, we had a brand new look at Hogwarts Legacy, and even though it wasn't exactly what I was expecting, it revealed some very interesting things about the story, the characters, and most importantly, the dark arts. As you know, choice is at the center of this game, and the most pivotal choice you will get to make is choosing between good and evil. And this new trailer gives us a look at how exactly we will be able to go down a darker path, become the most evil wizard possible, and master the unforgivable curses. So let's dive into it. This new trailer is all about Sebastian Sallow, a Slytherin student unafraid of breaking the rules who seemingly developed some kind of fascination with Salazar Slytherin and the dark arts. Even though he seems to be fully aware of the potential dangers of using this kind of magic, he still believes the positives outweigh the negatives. He also thinks that the unforgivable curses should not be unforgivable because, well, they can save your life in times of need. His very first line of dialogue in the trailer perfectly sums up his thought process regarding this kind of magic. He says, "The more we know about Salazar Slytherin and the dark arts, the better prepared we'll be." He's a young man who's drawn towards dark magic and who doesn't intend to stay away from it forever. There are two things that make this trailer very interesting in my opinion. The first one is the fact that Sebastian is one of the many potential companions in the game, meaning he's not just any random quest giver. And the second thing is this tweet by Chandler Wood, the community manager. He says, "What if I told you that pretty much everything you see here is part of an optional questline? Our Sebastian Sallow's Dark Legacy trailer focuses on Seb's companion quests, which you can choose to undertake." In a lot of games, morality choices are oftentimes related to specific characters. For example, in Infamous 2, both good and evil side quests were attributed to two different characters, Lucy and Nyx. And I believe companions in Hogwarts Legacy will also play a significant role in shaping the character that you want to be. If you want to further enhance your knowledge of magical beasts, then maybe you should hang out with Poppy Sweeting, but if you want to learn more about the unforgivable curses, then you should follow Sebastian on his search for dark magic. I think it's pretty safe to assume that Sebastian's character arc and optional companion questline will be part of the evil progression path. But even then, things are not completely black and white. As Chandler says in a different tweet, even if you undertake Sebastian's optional quests, you're not forced to engage with the dark arts. And there's a very specific moment in the trailer where we see this, when the screen splits in two, showcasing the two different choices. Lots of very interesting things going on, and I can't wait to learn more about how this will influence the gameplay as well as your relationships with other students. But now let's take a closer look at the trailer itself. I'm not going to do a shot-by-shot analysis, so if I miss some stuff, which I know I will, tell me in the comments down below. So the first thing we see is a shot of the Forbidden Forest. Ever since the game was announced, I wanted to go to that place. I've always been drawn by the mysteries of these creepy woods, but after watching the trailer, I'm not so sure anymore. These warning signs and the overall atmosphere are just not inviting in the slightest, and to make things worse, spiders look particularly aggressive in Hogwarts Legacy. Hell, we see someone completely wrapped up in spider webs, which is most likely part of a quest. So walking around the Forbidden Forest at night will not be a walk in the park, but I'm sure its various secrets and dungeons will be worth it. Talking about dungeons, we know they will play a big role in Hogwarts Legacy, and we've seen a couple of them already, but that new trailer shows us a new one that seems to be directly connected to dark magic, and judging by these two images, to Salazar Slytherin. Here we have a stone statue that looks a lot like the statue in the Chamber of Secrets, and here we see a door very similar in its mechanism to the one leading to, once again, the Chamber of Secrets, which leads me to believe that this particular dungeon might have been actually built by Salazar Slytherin himself. We also see a book featuring a skull and strange symbols that could very well be about the dark arts. There's this weird circle thing at the bottom that reminds me of a runic compass, which is usually a symbol of protection, but in this case, I feel like it has a much darker connotation. The last thing that caught my attention was obviously the fact that Crucio is a confirmed spell you can cast. During the gameplay reveal, the unforgivable curses were confirmed, but the only one we saw was Avada Kedavra. Now that we saw Crucio, that means we're also going to get Imperio, which made me realize how drastically different good and evil playthroughs are going to be. For instance, you could use Imperio to completely avoid combat by casting it on your enemies, or you could even turn them against each other. Maybe you can access heavily guarded areas that were not available to you before, and that's just with one spell. Now imagine all the different combinations you'll be able to mess around with. The possibilities are truly endless. So those were my thoughts on this brand new trailer. Even though it was a bit short, I thought it was pretty good. It gave us more information about the story, the characters, and some of the choices. That being said, I really hope in the next one we'll get to see more student life, world interactions, and all that good stuff, because this is easily what I'm looking forward to the most. So fingers crossed for that. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me in the comments, what did you think of this trailer, and what is the single thing you cannot wait to do in Hogwarts Legacy? Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.